Hey, what's up everyone? Mania 456 here today, presenting to all a news and impressions video on Sonic Mania, which is the game that Sega revealed just a couple of days ago at their 25th anniversary Sonic party in San Diego. And I was actually there to witness the reveal of this game and Project Sonic 2017. And words cannot describe how mind blown I was just from that night, because Sega somehow managed to knock it completely out of the park, not just a home run, completely out of the stadium with their announcements that night. We got ourselves a new 2D classic Sonic game, and then a new next-gen game coming for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo NX, and PC. So it's just like, bruh. I don't even know. I'm trying really hard to, collect my thoughts and, speak eloquently in this video, but I may have a little bit of difficulty. But yeah, anyway, Sonic Mania. So I got to try this game out. I played it at the actual event, and sadly, because I did, I was not able to see my dads, Dr. Eggman, Mike Pollock, so that was quite a shame. But it was fun to actually, get some hands-on time with this game. Now, I did not play Green Hill Zone, as, obviously, it was just like, why would I play Green Hill Zone when I can play Studiopolis, which is an entirely new zone with new different gimmicks and mechanics and whatnot, and it was longer too, so I just felt that, it would be wiser to play that over Green Hill Zone. But Green Hill Zone actually did look really awesome. It was a lot longer than the original, and then there's actually a boss. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the news, and I'm going to actually provide a quick summary for this game. So Sonic Mania is a brand new 2D Sonic adventure coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC in spring 2017. No news yet about it coming out to the NX, but I'm pretty sure we will hear something in the future. Also, this game will not only have Sonic playable, but Tails and Knuckles as well, and we also get a new move for Sonic, which is the Drop Dash, which allows Sonic to continue his spin dash and maintain his speed the moment he lands on the ground. Not sure entirely how it works, because when I did play it at the event, I tried to ask the representative, how to actually pull it off, but she was basically asking me, have you ever played Sonic? And I'm just like, yeah, that's why I'm here. But no. Yeah, I have no idea how to pull it off, but, as you all saw in the trailer, basically when Sonic landed onto the ground, he continued to spin dash, kind of like how Sonic Lost Worlds was, where, you could jump, but once you landed back on the ground, you could continue your spin dash if you wanted to. So I think that's a really cool mechanic that they're adding to the 2D classic Sonic games. And now, I guess since that's basically the summary about that game, we don't really have too much info about it. Let's go ahead and get into the news. So apparently what's been circulating is that this game is actually going to be longer than Sonic Generations, which is actually pretty crazy. Because if you think about it, the classic 2D Sonic games didn't really take that long to beat. Maybe like, a couple hours, maybe an hour. But, for it to be longer than Generations, which, isn't really that much of a bragging right, because Generations is a game that you can clear pretty fast. But, like I said, this is a 2D classic Sonic game, longer than Generations, and just to know that Sega is actually acknowledging how short of a game Generations is, that's kind of good. Hopefully they will make, their future games longer and have more content. So, either way, it's still good news to hear that this is longer than Generations. Also, another thing, every act is apparently supposed to have a boss, which is pretty crazy as well, because most of the time it's usually at the end of Act 3, or in Sonic 4 it was basically its own act. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. And they didn't actually have a boss fight for the Studiopolis zone, which was one of the stages showcased at the event. But they did have one for Green Hill Zone, which I sadly was not able to play. But it looked pretty cool. It definitely had a lot more difficulty to it than Eggman with his Wrecking Ball, self in Sonic 1, and, just the vehicle in Sonic 2. So yeah, it actually looks like the bosses will definitely be a lot more difficult. But yeah, that's basically it for the news. Like I said, we don't really have too much, as this was just announced a couple of days ago. But Sega has confirmed that we will be hearing way more news about this and Project Sonic 2017 over the next few months. But yeah, I guess I should go ahead and give my impressions now. And as you all can see right here, I actually have some gameplay. So big thanks to Yoshiller for recording this for me, and also Aaron Weber for approving of me to actually upload this. So yeah, I got some hands-on time with the game, and I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. This game will please 2D Classic Sonic fans, because everything about the art style, the gameplay, the level design, the physics is just perfect. And I'm pretty sure you all didn't doubt either the moment you saw Christian Whitehead confirmed for the team. And I swear that was Sega's smartest move, because I'm pretty sure if Sega just revealed a 2D classic Sonic game, people would have compared it to Sonic 4, Episode 1, maybe Episode 2, and, you know, there would have definitely been pessimism. But the moment they showed Christian Whitehead on the team, that was the biggest jaw drop ever, because I was just like, what? Like, I'm pretty sure you all heard my reactions. I was just like completely mind blown, because it's like, holy crap, Sega actually has the man who made the amazing remake of Sonic CD and then the ports of Sonic 1 and 2 for mobile devices. They have him working on a brand new 2D classic Sonic game. There's definitely no chance of this failing with, you know, complaints about physics, level design, anything like that. That man knows what he's doing with classic Sonic games, and for Sega to actually hire him is just one of their smartest moves ever. It really, really is, because like I said, that night when that was revealed, there was just no negativity at all. There wasn't like, oh man, I wonder if this is going to be a bad game. I wonder if this is going to be like Sonic 4 Episode 1. No, people know, and you should know, that this is going to be good, because that man is on the team. So yeah, very, very smart move, Sega, and I'm just so happy to see Christian Whitehead working on this game. But yeah, as you all can see with the graphics, it's basically like classic Sonic 2D sprites, though I kind of feel like, in a way, Sonic has a look similar to how he looked in Sonic 3D Blast. Just like, I don't know, something about the colors, about his model or something, just kind of has that look to it. But yeah, the game runs at 60 frames per second, 1080p, and the animations are just so crisp. I'm pretty sure you all could already tell that by how the title screen's animation with Sonic just kind of swiveling around, moving his hand all over the place, was so smooth. And that's where they're putting the attention to detail. It's not just in the, you know, like the sprites and all that stuff. It's the animations to show that this is definitely a game that's supposed to make you feel like you're playing the original 2D classic games, but we have little tweaks and enhancements to kind of remind you that, hey, you were actually in, you know, you're actually in 2017 playing this game. This is a new game. So I've seen a lot of people say that they believe this is going to be a sequel to Sonic 3 Knuckles, and in some ways it kind of is. In other ways, it feels more like a Sonic CD sequel, like a Sonic CD 2, because they actually took away the Insta-Shield, which is something that Sonic had in Sonic 3 Knuckles. But then another weird thing they did was they actually took away the Super Peel Out, which is, you know, the move that Sonic has in Sonic CD. And that was pretty much the first thing I tried to see if they had in this game, but sadly that was not the case. I don't know if they will add it later on in the future as development progresses, but yeah, it was kind of weird to see that both those moves actually weren't in the game. But the reason why I say it feels more like Sonic CD is because just the level design and the art style feels way more CD-esque. Like, if you look at Green Hill Zone, it looks like Sonic 1 Green Hill Zone, but the stages are very vertical and expansive, a lot like Sonic CD, because, you know, it was on a CD format back then, so they could do way more with how big they wanted the stages to be. And that's what it feels like. It feels like Green Hill Zone and Studiopolis Zone are, you know, styled very similarly to how the stages were in Sonic CD. A lot more vertical, a lot bigger, a lot more, you know, places to explore, and I like that a lot. I think that's really cool, because I actually felt that Sonic CD was a bigger game. At least when it came to the environment, it felt bigger than Sonic 3 Knuckles, so very, very glad to see that. One thing that Sonic does retain, though, is the figure 8 animation. So whenever you did the Super Peel Out in Sonic CD, Sonic's legs would kind of go like an infinity symbol, and I'm pretty sure it was called figure 8. I'm not sure if that's from the comics or if that's from the game itself. You know, I know there are going to be some people trying to correct me right now, because they always do whenever I say that. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that they actually did keep that when Sonic runs at full speed, and then to kind of show off the you know, enhancements that they can provide graphically with the new hardware. They're actually you know, after images of Sonic when he does reach that top speed, which I think is a really, really nice touch. And there were actually a lot of Easter eggs in Studiopolis Zone. GameXplain actually made a video kind of going in depth about it, as there's like a Game Gear Easter egg. There's also like a Sonic popcorn machine Easter egg. Studiopolis Zone is based off the studio where Sega records all the voice work for Sonic Boom and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty awesome. One thing though that kind of caught my attention was how I don't know. In some ways, the game kind of has like a feel almost similar to like classic Disney as well, especially in Studiopolis Zone, because you can actually see some like projectors showing Eggman in a black and white style, very similar to what you'd see in an old Disney cartoon, like in the black and white days with Mickey Mouse and all that stuff. And he just kind of has like this dance, very similar to what you'd see in like an old cartoon like that. And even Sonic's expressions too. Like I said, you know, a couple of times I tried to look up and down and whatnot. It kind of has a look similar to like, you know, Mickey back then, or like Epic Mickey. So I don't know, just pretty cool to look at. Also, another thing that makes me feel like this game is a sequel to Sonic CD too, is that when Sonic hits springs, he actually spins around after hitting it. It's kind of like how he did in Sonic CD. But the one thing that makes this game feel like, you know, it's also kind of pulling some stuff from Sonic 3 and Knuckles is that elemental shields are back. So there's a bubble shield and there's a fire shield. I don't know if there was an electric shield present at the demo, but all I saw were the fire shield and the bubble shield. And the bubble shield works literally exactly the same. You know, you kind of bounce around and all that stuff, and then are able to breathe underwater. And then the fire shield, I think they've actually added something to it. I'm pretty sure they added some homing properties to it, because while I didn't really get to try it out myself, I did see someone else playing with the fire shield with Sonic, and it looked like he was homing in on enemies. It didn't just look like, you know, he was just kind of like doing, you know, a fire dash in the air. It actually looked like the fire shield actually, you know, homed in on enemies. So I think that's really cool that, you know, they added that as something that is, I guess, a little enhancement with the fire shield. Overall, this game is beautifully well done. It's in the right hands, and I don't think you all should be pessimistic at all, because I have seen some people say that it looks like a ROM hack, and it's like, okay, it does, but is that a bad thing? Like, the fans have done amazing things with 2D Classic Sonic, whether it be, you know, adding different moves to how Sonic plays, or just, you know, making new level designs and maps. The fans have done a fantastic job, and Christian Whitehead was a fan, and he made an amazing Sonic CD remake and Sonic 1 and 2 ports. So it's just like, for people to say that, oh, it looks like a ROM hack, I don't think that's really even an insult. That's kind of a good thing, because it's like, dang, Sega's listening to the fans. They brought a fan on the team, Christian Whitehead, and it looks so faithful to the classics, but it still has that official polish to it. So it's like, you know, we get much better animations, more attention to detail, all these really cool Easter eggs, and man, I'm just so happy that they did this, because this is exactly what Sega needed. They needed something to reignite the fire in the fans, whether they be, you know, modern Sonic fans or classic Sonic fans. And to see that they're catering to both, and that, who knows, maybe in the future we'll get even more classic Sonic games. That is such a good future for Sonic. And man, just let me know what you all think. Right, which are you more excited for? The announcement of Sonic Mania or Project Sonic 2017? And either way, if you're excited for one more over the other, I'm pretty sure you're excited for the other as well. As I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit more excited for Sonic Project 2017, mostly because I'm excited about the possibilities that game will have. Sonic Mania has me nearly just as excited as well, because I love 2D Classic Sonic, and to see that they're doing such a fantastic job with this game, it's just, it's so encouraging. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you all think. Let me know what you all think about the gameplay here. I'll probably have a video separate from it showing, you know, just the gameplay alone, and probably overlay the music from Studiopolis Zone on it. But yeah, as always, thank you all so much. I will definitely keep you all updated if I find any more news out about this game. So, you know, make sure to hit that like button. It helps out tremendously. And also leave a comment giving me your feedback and your thoughts. And very soon I will have a Project Sonic 2017 video in the works for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, thanks again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Republic of Kobanamites, and take care.